I'm Carmen Holgravy, and my dad works for United Way. He's always telling me how important it is for people to give to United Way. He says you can give right where you work. Well, I'm going to find out for myself. Come on. Hi, Steve. Can you tell us why it's important for people who work at MU to give to United Way?
Why, yes, Carmen, I can. You see, the University of Missouri is the biggest employer in the Columbia area and therefore runs the largest annual United Way campaign. We know, Carmen, that 1 out of 5 Mid-Missourians use United Way services, and most of these people have jobs. This means that the need is much closer to us than we think. It could be the person who needs a place to care for an elderly father during the day. It could be the spouse who's lost their job and they can no longer pay for their groceries or their rent. Or it could be a friend of yours who's fallen on bad times and just needs somebody to talk to.
You mean United Way helps people I know?
Yes, Carmen, and that's why now more than ever, every dollar makes a difference, because it's our friends and our neighbors we're helping. Now let's watch this.
It's a quiet afternoon in this quiet house, but Marie Pastides is thousands of miles from home. Marie moved to Mid-Missouri to be with her daughter and son-in-law. She didn't know anyone and became depressed.
I had no friends here.
But Marie's hard transition to life in Mid-Missouri was made much easier.
Very, very pleased.
Thanks to the Adult Day Connection, formerly known as Elder Care, a United Way agency, and her new friend, Ahmad.
The same way we consider life.
It was a common ground.
They told me you may speak Arabic, so he was there.
To form an uncommon friendship.
She, at the same time, doesn't have, many people like me to talk to, so this is a unique relationship.
Traditionally, the Adult Day Connection takes care of the elderly who are victims of Alzheimer's and other conditions that might not allow them to be home alone. But Marie is a special case. Marie and Ahmad met through Adult Day Connection about a year and a half ago. Ahmad started spending time with Marie through a service learning project, but continued the friendship when the project was finished.
Once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week, even when I finished the required hours that they wanted from me, I still kept visiting.
Marie still spends time at Adult Day Connection.
She still goes.
Yes, I go usually when I can, Monday and Wednesdays.
To branch out and meet more people, more friends.
It's good because I have a place where to go, and I meet nice people.
Nice people like Ahmad, her companion, confidant, and friend. All thanks to Adult Day Connection, you and your United Way. When it comes to her kitchen, Helen Cooley thinks the bigger the better.
I even have a larger kitchen because you can't do nothing when you got a small kitchen.
She loves her kitchen in her home, but it's only been home for a few months. You see, Helen called New Orleans home for nearly 50 years, up until Hurricane Katrina hit last year.
I was in a high-rise building from that Monday till that Thursday with no power or nothing.
Helen lost everything.
I had a slice of bread a day with some water.
Helen moved to Columbia to be close to family.
My daughter didn't want to come here because my nephew was out here.
Thanks to assistance given to her by the United Way and United Way agencies, Helen was able to build a new life.
They took care of us the next day after we got here.
But Helen wasn't the only person in her family the United Way helped. Helen is the oldest of 4 generations to come to Columbia from New Orleans. Her daughter was able to find a job and is getting her GED. Her great-grandchildren are now enjoying school in the Columbia public school system and finally feel like they have a safe place to play. The United Way gave Helen and the rest of her family the things they need in a house.
They give us boxes and stuff. That's how I got this furniture.
Into a home.
Ooh, it's nice. Way better than where I was over there.
All thanks to you and your United Way.
Good. Okay, forward again.
Raina Keith spends her life helping others move forward. They're small steps
Slow down.
that make a big difference. But nearly 3 years ago, it was Raina who needed help.
I knew that I needed to get some help and needed to make some changes in my life.
And it was Raina's daughter
Children speak what they see.
who inspired her to change.
My daughter told me one time, she said, I hope I don't end up being like you. Meaning depressed and sad.
Just 2.5 years ago, Raina was working several jobs trying to support her family, none of which in her chosen field. Raina has 2 bachelor's degrees.
I went to counseling because I was not happy at where I was in my life.
Raina sought help from the Family Counseling Center, a United Way member agency. The Family Counseling Center helps more than 3,500 Mid-Missourians every year.
They have always been very friendly, very wonderful. Got to the point where they knew me by my face.
The Family Counseling Center supports some of the nearly 100,000 people United Way helps in Mid-Missouri each year. Counselors helped Raina take the small steps she needed to move forward in her life.
I think that was the key, those little steps that came back with positive outcomes.
Now, thanks to the United Way, Raina isn't just helping patients, she's learning to help herself.
She tells me all the time that I'm a good mom. That feels good.
All thanks to the Family Counseling Center and you and your United Way.
Gee, I didn't know United Way helps so many people in so many ways.
That's right, and what we need people to know is that they have the ability to make a real difference. Together, we're building a better community, one child at a time, one family at a time, one day at a time.
Please give. Thank you for giving to the United Way and helping them build a better community. One child at a time, one family at a time, one day at a time.